Okay. All right. So, game one, man.
All right.
Here we go. Beep, beep, beep. And hit that overlay.
Oh,
Boom.
look at you go.
Look at us
Level
go.
quality over here.
Wow. And look at that. The replay fucking pulled up. No bugs yet. I want to tell you, I watched some of my own games back, and we had replay bugs, which was very bothersome to me because it kind of melted my brain for a minute. So if that happens, I've got the backups on deck. Oh God. You know what? I had my beer down here without a coaster, and now it's annoying me. There's like a little moisture where my hand would be observing. So actually, I'm just gonna... Here, we'll let Intact talk. I'll just be right back real quick.
Just played a bunch of games against Azerg, so I hope I can hold. Look at that. Look at that. He's setting up, got trounced. Lowering the expectations. I like it, Intact. This is a good tactic. I tried to stalk you, but our accounts...
Okay. Got the
Your
coasters.
accounts seem to be 1,700. Scary.
Scary. Whoa, Intact is 1,700?
Yeah, Intact was our ringer for A-Team, right? When we were looking for another A-Teamer. I think there was talk of promoting Intact to A, if I remember right.
I was definitely on that train that said Intact was good enough. But we shall see. Intact on US East. So I think Intact's playing it. He's playing it coy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying when you were gone. He's like lowering the expectations, like, oh, I suck, like it's not a big deal, like you'll be fine.
Right. But you know, I set them on 50-50. Maybe there's mistaken identity here. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I thought
melonmonkey.
Intact
you know, there could be a layer of spice to this that we're not aware of.
Is that a straight up lie? Intact's it?
I don't know.
He can tell us what ranking he actually is.
I think so. I mean, we have objectives for this thing. Oh, it must not be you.
Oh man.
Maybe.
This is some next level mind gaming here going on.
Next level mind games. Speaking of next level, the pool first from Zerg. I like pool first style, actually. It's pretty good. Get some lings out there.
Yeah, you can.
I've been doing more and more of like 6 lings to make them make toss respond. You know what I mean?
And sometimes you can just win with 6 lings.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing how much more 6 lings can get done than 4 against 1 cannon. If you can sneak them kind of around behind the minerals or something, then up that ramp. But that cannon placement is pretty good.
Yeah.
It can shoot at the ramp as they're going up. It can shoot as they're going around that forge pretty much the whole time.
Ooh, the cannon placement, you mean? Ah, nice. Okay. All right, so Sam, you're seeing whole different level kind of stuff with the Protoss experience. You know, like now you're reading the game twice. You know, it's
kinda. Not really, but yeah. I'm looking at it more as a Zerg that wants to get a run by going on here.
Right. Oh, I see, for sure.
Also, we got to root for Intact on this game.
Right,
got to hold
I
off
always
the Zerg
do be
salt.
doing that. I always gotta, I let the Zerg seep through. I'm sorry, Intact, I'm sorry. Oh, jeez.
Intact says he was 1550 at the moment, but he had an old account. When the remaster just dropped, he got to 1700.
Oh, really? Okay.
So there is a 1700 Intact account out there, but he doesn't look at himself as a 1700 player.
I see. Okay, he's dropped down. Okay. I mean, dude, I've read that you can get to 1700 just doing like 4 pools and stuff.
I've heard that, but I can't seem to do anything.
You can't see
1600 no matter what I do. So.
Right. Oh.
But yeah, he did not make the 6 lings. melonmonkey here. He went with 2. Made 1 pair and went down for a 3rd.
Yeah.
I think the trick will be what he does with that first 100 gas.
Boom. He spent it on lair. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward here, actually. Getting the lair up. I like Toss's setup now. He's got good cannon.
The double cannons there.
Control and everything.
Yeah, he's pretty safe. Especially, I mean, he's been scouting around with his little probie. He knows about the 3rd. He knows that there's not a bunch of lings out on the map or anything. Yeah, I'd be feeling pretty safe if I were him.
Dude, I was trying to like, you know, I wonder if there's got to be a Team Liquid article about optimal pylon placements and how many buildings you can power with a given pylon. You know what I mean? Like, Actually, I think that one guy posted to the on our StarCraft something that was like pylon art, like designs that were made with rows of pylons
That's
and
awesome.
the way that you could structure buildings and stuff. But like ever since that, I've been looking at Protoss SimC a little bit differently. And you know, we've seen some beautiful Protosses actually with great SimCity.
It's true.
And sort of like, you know, taking the building placement sort of like a pseudo art form before. So Intact's looking pretty good. Like we said, the cannon placement's looking good. And here's where he starts doing his next stuff with this tech, something like
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for here. There it is, Citadel.
Okay.
A bunch of links going across the map too, but I don't think they're gonna be able to do much with those two cannons.
Yeah, and you know what? This is actually the mark of a really good player, sending additional scouts out. You know, he just sends another sneaky probe past these Zerglings. Link speed's done, but now they struggle to sort of catch. And God, I've had such a time killing enemy workers. I just hate. They're just so squirrely. They're so.
Yeah, even with speed here, he's having some trouble.
Like with speed, you can't. You have to run. You can't get in front of them.
There he goes.
Oh, but the drone with the spit shot. Nice.
Yeah, trying to make that macro hatch. There it goes down. Yeah, melonmonkey knows what he's doing for sure. Like he's got the hatch placements down. He's got the timing down for them as well. Starting to get some sunks over at the third, making sure he's safe over there. Got the spire almost done. And not even seeing any kind of Stargate. I feel like Intact might be kind of susceptible to something like Mutas right now.
Yes, Mutas would be pretty. This is the kind of thing that like I want to try to keep in mind. You know, when you see certain tech path trees and things from Protoss, what can you do as a Zerg that kind of already fits into the big pieces that you are investing in anyway, like Spire? If you don't see that Corsair, try the Muta switch. I mean, just a couple can really do damage that totally shuts down a Toss. Doesn't have cannons in his line, but got Zealots. Zealots go to the other base.
The parade, but I think that Sunk's up in time. He moved over the Lings too. I think he saw him headed that way.
They were headed that way.
Another couple Sunks going down at the natural too. I think melonmonkey's good to go. Oh no, not if he loses these Lings.
Doesn't want to trade like that. Yeah. And you know what? I'm kind of like. This is where, as a Zerg, when you're a little bit in the dark, you're like, oh God, how many units do I need to make right now?
Yeah.
Do I need to move them? Do I need to move them to the natural? Do I need to make more here? Do I need to go? You know what I mean? Like, it can be this terrifying sort of, almost like a horror movie. Like, I know he's out there. Oh, there he is. He's coming to the natural.
There he is.
Oh,
he's
the spooky monster. The orchestra hits right now. Zealots. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Oh, it's just
oh
a
man,
horror show.
takes out 3 drones with no casualties. Oh, that's so frustrating. And now the Mutas. The Mutas.
Yeah. Dude, an absolute hit job right there for Intact, who's just sending his squad of Zealots back home. And while he's doing this, you know, another hallmark of a good player, expanding behind his attack.
Yeah.
Getting this 12 o'clock base up with the cannon support. So everything's sort of going according to plan for Protoss right now.
Yeah, he's morphing Archons now in his main too. So they're not going to be able to do too much here.
Oh, okay. I see. That's
ready. Super.
That's a classic deterrent. I mean, there is some cute Muta micro, and you can sometimes abuse Archon range if you're really good with your stacking, but there's only 4 Mutas here, so not enough to really make that too much of a potent.
He's got 4 more on the way.
Idea. Ooh, you might be right.
Oh, I'm right.
See some boys.
Unless you're
some boys transferring. No, but you know what? We should keep in mind, 'cause, dude, I've been bugging out too much.
Yeah, that's a lot of cannons over at the top third there. Oh, but just the one cannon. Oh man, a storm would be sick. Oh, just barely, not enough.
He doesn't have the energy. Is he gonna get it?
Now,
he's gonna get it like while we're watching.
Go down.
Go down. Oh, there's a storm now. Oh, he doesn't get it off.
Oh
no, Intact.
He needs those Archons. Where'd those Archons go? Oh, they're down, ready to push.
He had moved them sort of towards that third spot. Oh, now they see the Archon stack. Another High Templar. Oh, that one has energy for Storm too, but he didn't use it though. Dang, he didn't use it.
Now he's cannoning.
Oh man.
Man, these Mutas are actually proving to be pretty annoying.
They're sort of the centerpiece of what is going on right now for Zerg. You're gonna have to expand. See, and you can camp the production. Would you camp it? The High Templars don't come out with the energy upgrade. This is not StarCraft 2, so they camp on the morphing Archon. One cannon in the main. Is he feeling the gumption to take it out? He takes it out.
He is, yeah.
Oh,
he's just got to dodge these Archons, though. Oh, a couple Archons hits could really do some damage. Oh, man.
There's one zap.
Yeah, they're all low.
They're all low. Well, some of them have a bit of a mixed HP.
Oh, now he added some more, actually.
Yeah, the splash damage could totally just do a number regardless. And look at this, like, Zealot blockade, the stockade of Zealots at the top. That they were like all cramped on the ramp there. Like nothing's getting through for a while here. So. Oh no,
that one Muta finding the parade.
Yeah, we have like a period of sort of repose between the two players who now neither can bust each other's defensive sort of developments here. We see the Mutas trying to make something happen, but now the
Archons! Oh, not the Archons! Oh, you don't want to. Oh no!
Wow!
Oh no!
A lot of Mutas just went down.
That's rough.
Oh, it hurts! It hurts! Oh, it hurts.
And now, I mean, now Protoss is free to go pretty much wherever he wants. Zerg is still backed into his kind of hole here.
I think he'll probably wait for that weapons upgrade to finish. He's got the +2 weapons. About to finish, that's toss, so that's going to be a good time for him to sort of make something happen against the 0-Carapace Zerg. In fact, Carapace isn't upgrading yet for Zerg. He's getting Hydra attack.
Yeah, double Evo going down.
Okay, he needs to keep up in the upgrades, and this is going to start to get pretty rough here.
Behind on upgrades, he does have Hive Tech going down. Oh, but here we get this engagement going down at the Zerg third.
Yeah, this is enough. Seems to be enough. I think it could maybe break through if he puts the Zealots in a line just right, but a lot of Hydras are out. Intact thinks better of it, just takes a step back.
Yeah.
So let's take a step back ourselves and just look at what's happening next for the players. Robo going down, a lot more gates. He's going with the L-shaped Tetris block here on the minimap.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't take an L for our team.
Yeah, that's a pretty big L too.
Dude, Zerg having a little bit of his own claustrophobia going on here. A lot of oh, let me sneak right past you. You know, this is
a bunch of drones have been sitting there at the natural like for the whole game.
This is sort of like the deli counter during rush hour at the grocery store. Everybody's just sort of maneuvering their little lings and carts. So anyway, Archon and Zealot going out here. +2. Oh shit, goons now.
Yep. And Protoss is gearing up for a 4th too here over on the right.
He's switching up the mixtures and definitely making note of, you know, not to forget any tech. Like I feel like this is something that can happen to Protoss. The tech switches back to Zerg favor without observers, but his observatory's on point, and he's getting the movement upgrade first, which is great. So we can micro against spores, which I assume we're going to see more of here. They're kind of like that last step of the Zerg Sim City when you think about, oh, what could the front of my base need again? A well-positioned spore, right? So that interaction is definitely going to come into play because lurker research. Okay, he's making 8 lurkers over at that third.
Yep.
So it becomes a game of detection.
Got a Defiler mound going down too, which I would love to see some Defiler play here. But
for sure.
We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, Zealots and Archons do pretty good under Swarm.
That's true.
Overall, but it's going to come down to those intangibles, like I said, with the observing and the detection and stuff like that ends up making or breaking it for the Protoss right now. He is approaching without observer, that I can tell, and just kind of getting a feeler here. Moving in as a group, there's the 1A, 2A, 3A.
That's right.
Archons are in a good amount of bunched ball here, but the Lurker spine starts shooting out. He sees the spines and says, okay, I can't do this. I'm gonna need Robo, but maybe I can re-engage. There
it is. Oh, but the spore, not the spore.
It's under the spore.
But it goes down.
Push it in, gets it out. Oh, and Zerg is super salty right now. Guaranteed. But he's got to watch it. Actually, though, there's a great storm going on behind the scenes. Oh, no. And he sees the observer with the Obies, but doesn't have anything to shoot out at that Obs.
Oh, man.
Still, a Zerg flank unit's coming in from the third.
Yeah, it looks like Zerg might actually hold this here, but that was pretty scary.
It looks like the very near hold or trade even-ish, depending on this. I want to see these. I want to see those Templars morph into another Archon. He needs to get to safety now.
Yeah, those Templars aren't long for this world, I don't think.
Too much Zerg stuff. Still more gateways going on, and you know, the same thing just happened again. He expanded behind his attack. Now Intact taking the 3 o'clock base. All those cannons just finished up. He's doing a transfer of his boys, so it's looking good. Can the ebb and flow lean back to melonmonkey's favor?
It looks like it is right now. I mean, melonmonkey's taking that bottom base. I wouldn't be surprised if he took another base actually right now. Ooh. And honestly, he's ahead in supply, which in his EVP you almost always want the Protoss ahead in supply. So for the Zerg to be ahead, that's pretty scary for our boy Intact here.
Yeah, I do worry about the development, like macro hatches down in the bottom right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like just sort of how impenetrable Zerg can become at this point, which where basically it's gonna have to, you have to switch in shuttles to maneuver, you know, quick little jabs and stabs of storm drops and reaver drops and things like that, because assaulting the Zerg through conventional means is going to become impossible.
Yeah, he's
just doing a little bit of link cleanup.
Looking for some bases here. I don't know why all those lings are just like kind of across the map.
Just kind of chilling over there. You know, sometimes you go to send like 1 or 2 to each corners, and then you send like the wrong shift command on that group of units backward. You know what I mean?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes that happens to me.
If that's ever happened to you, happens to me. You're like shift click send, shift send, shift send, shift send, and then later you just hit 2 and then move 2, and then they all leave the spots that you had sent them to.
That's the worst. It's so frustrating.
It's like negative APM. It's like I literally just wasted APM that's now in the toilet now. It's just not doing it.
Oh man, we have a High Templar with 1 HP right now in that that army.
In that cluster.
1 HP and 187. He's got 2 storms in the bank.
Ooh, I see it. Okay, wow. Damn. Oh, man. Upgrades, man. Upgrades matter. That'd be a dead High Templar if he wasn't there.
That's right.
This is quite a kind of a scary toss ball moving down here now. I'm kind of like, uh-oh. If you don't approach this the right orientation, you're gonna have a bad time.
And no spores from Zerg at that bottom base, so all of those observers, those 4 in the group there, can just like sit on top of that ramp and poke at that.
Oh jeez, look at that, look, a group of 4 just moving in as 4, and here's where so many trades are going to the Toss's favor for standing army that the Zerg can't afford to do, but 4 observers right on top of the score.
They just don't even care. He's not even moving them.
He doesn't even move them. Oh, that last observer though.
No, there's 2 more.
No, he has 2. He has 2. Okay, there's more great storms going down. Another great storm on the Zerg. Oh my gosh, a lot of storms. It's like Zergling counter is going to be pretty good.
That's right.
He can actually pick off a few things here. No Archons. Attempting his final storm. This is sort of awkward. These slow High Templar versus the fast Zerglings. Another pretty good storm. Trying to avoid friendly fire. Not trying to storm himself here though, but here comes the next influx of gateway units, and that's actually gonna like clean up over here. So,
yeah, those supplies have switched back now. Now that's kind of more what I see in ZVP usually is that lead from Protoss.
Yeah, and this is like that death ball anxiety feeling. You can see Zerg is just doing a movement to try to like cut at the ball, but it's just such a ball that you can't.
They almost killed it earlier. It was just High Templars and a few Dragoons, and then that influx of another gateway recruiter came and backed it up.
More coming out now. Actually, 2 more influxed waves. Will be reinforcing this Toss army here. So, gonna get scary. Like, what are the win conditions? Like Toss still needs to secure stuff. He's doing it again. He's taking another base over at the Nat in the top left. Zerg needs like more upgrades and like late game tech.
Hive tech. Yeah, he's got the Defiler Mound, but I haven't seen a Defiler. I don't see an Ultra Den.
Yeah, and I would start to like think about
Oh, there is
Scourge
one.
to sort of pick off stuff. Protoss army squashing some.
Yeah,
Zerg
do some
stragglers
drops or
up
something.
here. Ooh. Here we go. Protoss thinking about his next move.
Yeah, weirdly, it feels like Protoss can just
Thinking
out
maybe
macro
not-
Zerg right now, which I feel like is not usually how late games EVP is supposed to go.
Yeah. Oh, but this is a nice
That's
move.
what he needs to do. Yep.
The influx of the crackling for this backstab counter here. There's some cannons and stuff at the front, but these are they cracklings now? They must be 2/2 cracklings. I see him attacking pretty fast. So actually, this is sort of a good number to get in there and actually become problematic. But a good wave, actually a wave of gateway units just came out. So not gonna happen here. Meanwhile, Intact pushing. He says, "Are you taking the 6 o'clock as well?"
And still
And
no
goes through-
spores. Oh, that's tough.
No spores, no SimCity here, and he just waltzes right up. And this sucks so bad as Zerg. Like, you're actually overdeveloped. You're kind of over your bottom right. You kind of need these next bases to hold here.
And he's trying to take that left too, but like he's
There's just so
barely
much.
keeping
It's just
up.
such a death ball. 183 supply, and you have to reckon that like 120 to 30 at least is down here in this death ball.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah, seriously, that's a scary way to look at it.
Which is really throwing his weight around.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, he can. I mean,
wedging.
now almost maxed out. Like, just go kill him.
I definitely feel like melonmonkey had that like death ball anxiety syndrome where you just freak out and try to take him out head on, you know what I mean? Or just like
well,
bet
and you
on
almost
that.
kill him, and then you try to keep.
you bet on that trickle of units, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And yeah, you feel like, oh, I almost got him, and then you keep throwing more units at him, and he keeps killing him because he keeps reinforcing, and it just ends up going down south quickly.
Yeah. Dude, fucking Debaser just messaged me, man.
I got the same thing, I think.
Filthy freaking all friends messenger. He just sends messages to all his friends list. Doesn't he know where this is like big time serious casting going on?
Yeah, well, I mean, not so serious if we don't know how to D&D him, but
Yeah.
oh, we got a Protoss drop going here. Drop duty.
Yeah, I was actually on duty.
You're
I
on the
I
drop
saw
duty.
it loaded up. I had it observing the whole time here. So this is pretty good. A good way to prevent this as Zerg is to put a sunk right at that little 4 square hex that you could build in the back there. That sunk's just going to discourage him from ever letting anything drop down and touch the ground. But some savvy Protoss players are good enough that they can drop a Zealot first and then drop the Templar.
Yep.
So the Zealot takes the sunk and then they storm drop. Oh, this could be dangerous. Oh, there's the storm.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
the
rough.
boys.
Picking him up
Oh,
and getting
it's
out of
rough.
there, and then
Getting out of there.
yeah, Protoss meanwhile
Simultaneous,
attack
yep.
left side.
Huge. There's the huge death ball. His only saving grace is sort of the structures of these ramps on Fighting Spirit, which is only going to allow a few Protoss units through. You can see some goons blocking everybody else.
Great
Freaking-
storms again in the 4th base here from Zerg.
Holy crap! 14 and 9
Yeah.
kills on those 2 Templars. So that's like a lot. And
It's like
yeah,
a lot.
It's like a lot of kills, man. Oh, Intact's just bopping him. This is. You got nothing. I mean, you got 2-1-3 HHG GG.
Yeah.
So a good game. A good game for Intact. That's game 1. Hey, what's up, Intact? Shout outs to the boy who really, showed him what was up. He established what he wanted to establish. He always expanded behind his attacks.
I'm actually shocked
the
that the
death
resources
ball.
were so close.
Yeah, that goes to show, like, kind of, how resilient both players were with their expansion patterns. They didn't let the course of the game, impact them, like, from a macro perspective. They were both doing their thing, but just enough things in the right place at the right time for Intact, and enough things in the wrong places at the wrong times, maybe, for melonmonkey, which lets you basically die to a death ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, melonmonkey actually outspent Intact too. But yeah, just good engagements from Intact. A lot of lings getting thrown away.
Whew. Game 2.
Game 2.
Let's go.
On Aztec.
It's on Aztec.
I
Yep.
love Aztec.
I love Aztec.
I think I only love it
actually is
because
a
like I don't ever get to play it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's actually a pretty fun map, to be honest.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got here? We got melonmonkey, the yellow zerg, in the top, intact, the purple toss. GLHF, man.
The purple toss. You know, purple's the color of royalty. And Protoss, I don't know. I feel like they sit on top of the throne in StarCraft land.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I just adjusted my lighting a little bit because it's a little bit bright. Like, it's giving me like a bit of a headache or something.
Oh, man. Yeah, I've got it like all bright, and now you're like all dark.
Now I'm all dark.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, first broadcast from home, guys. Cut me some slack.
It's like spooky down there.
No,
but it's nice and happy up here. Like we get the heaven and hell thing going on over here.
No, mine's okay. Now my webcam won't focus. There we go. I think mine's a pretty even lighting. Anyway, dude, I hung up some soundproofing foam actually.
Well, look at you go. Nice.
I'll have to send you another picture, but yeah. So sometimes the wall on Aztec is a little bit funky with the doodad, you know, the fan or the
whatever it is. Yeah.
The propeller thing and the bones can often be problematic on Aztec, like fucking bones and propellers and shit. So sometimes that messes it up, you know.
I want to say we played like a ZVP or something, and you got the bones, and we're pitching.
I had the bones, yeah, and it was a little bit rage-inducing. So we'll see how Intact deals with it. By the way, that the name of them as an object in the map editor is doodads.
Dude, no way.
Yeah, they're called doodads.
Like those specific
maps,
things?
edit, destroyer / doodads folder directory. Yep, they're called doodads.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Little trees, the decorative little pieces, trees
so
and bushes.
Everything is called a doodad.
Oh, that's a doodad. Okay. Yeah, like the map features that are not pure walkable unit terrain and are just features, aesthetics are called doodads.
Okay.
So today you learned. Yeah, can confirm.
Oh, last minute cancel on that pylon there from Intact. Well done.
Is he gonna build another one when that drone comes out?
I don't think no one's even taken that base. I think that base.
Dude, why do Protosses always be blocking our natural?
Oh yeah, I've seen people GG, like, well, not GG.
Is that even
I've seen
legit?
people leave games.
No, I've seen people just straight. When I see that going down, I just straight leave the fucking game.
Yeah.
Because nobody plays this game legit.
No, not one legit player out there, really.
I swear I'm not that drunk yet. Like, I'm really not.
You don't have to be drunk to make fun little jokes.
So, Lings versus Probe.
Look at this Probe. He's just wandering around. He's not even like trying to go very far. Like,
Dude,
he's just going in a little circle.
Okay.
This is
where I just type K and leave. Look at this. Just go in a little circle.
Oh my god.
What is this, duck goose? Is this duck goose on the playground right now? Oh, Probe's the goose.
Probe is the goose. He got
he got goosed pretty hard. Oh shit. 2 cannons and the Nexus. So this is super economic, right? Not even a gateway yet. Just relying on the cannons to defend himself from the Zergling aggression. He's gonna be coming up the ramp here pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, four links. Oh, they will get this Probe.
Ooh,
but they're not gonna be able to do much else.
No, 2 cannons, like that kills a Ling and like shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what do you need? 2 shots per Ling, so 8 shots total. Look at that math. I did study up on the break.
Hey, there you go. I did math like percentage of alcohol of this beer versus the other beer, and then
I've done that math many times.
Some probability, or the drone transfer now heading down. And this is a lot of drones. He's well, it's like 6, but it leaves 5 mining at the main to go over to his. I'm talking about Monkey's third.
See it.
At that mineral third, you know, I often find that like how well developed your external bases can be in ZVP makes a big difference, you know, if you definitely like get a lot of SimCity and structure set up. But I also wonder, you know, what is the trade-off on how far they have to walk and taking that many guys off of mining at your main, you know, instead of just slowly sending a few more to transfer as they get created. But you know, math and shit.
Yeah, I'd rather elect to have 9, like leave 9 at the main, and then just send the rest of them over as they pop out, you know? Just because then you're optimizing your mining time at your main, but you're still
right.
I mean, they have to walk that far regardless of whether they walk now or whether it's a drone you make in a couple minutes that walks over that way.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm thinking like there's probably a Team Liquid wiki article about drone transferring, and people. I've seen some crazy graphs on Team Liquid, dude. Shout out to all the Team Liquid nerds out there, man.
Yeah.
Team Liquid's got a bunch of nerds.
You guys have been overthinking this game for 20 years now.
Yeah, overthinking all of this, idioms and everything. So
idioms and everything.
Kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, some of us are okay with the idioms, but only if they're correct.
A couple zealots poking around here.
Oh, now
sort
it's
of like
the
trying
wings
to catch
turn.
2 pigs in the pigsty, bastard. Getting away.
He's making up for that probe earlier. He's like, oh, you wanted to run around me all the time. I'm gonna run around you all the time now.
But speaking of probes, that late second scout coming in again from Intact is gonna get up there and be able to see all the stuff that's going on thus far for melonmonkey. And the truth is,
maybe
it looks pretty straightforward. Oh, he's getting in.
Is he getting in? Oh,
he got in. Oh, he sees it all. He sees the spire.
Doesn't know the timing on it, but
not really that much crazy stuff to see. What would be more revealing would be discovering like hydras,
right?
But,
right.
Still, very good moves. Definitely the mark of an experienced player who does that like scouting windows over time, getting that second and third scouts off.
Yeah, and Intact looks like he's doing the same thing, except more cannons. Like he realized that last time those mutas kind of fucked him up, and sees the spire again. Yeah, so he's prepared for this round.
And this is one of those windows that Zergs would call sort of the droning window, where you don't need to field a standing army right now. You want to lean into your economy a little bit and make a bunch of drones, and then switch once you have increased larva bandwidth and increased income into the unit of choice, which, as standard fare in TVP, usually becomes the hydras around this time. So we see the hydra den up, a couple hydras popping out now, hydra speed researching. So we could have a longer game on our hands.
We got range upgrade going for melonmonkey. What do you make of this? I usually don't get range. Yeah.
I prioritize Carapace.
Likewise.
But you could definitely put a hurt on a Protoss who's not expecting it. I mean, there's I think it all comes down to tactical variations and differences based on how you like to play. If you are very attentive to your units and you sort of like to poke and prod, speed can be good as an upgrade, but he's getting the Hydra speed and the weapon range, which lends itself to thinking that he's going to be mobile, active, aggressive, pushy with these Hydras.
That's what I'm thinking.
Whereas actually, the defensive mindset is to get the Hydra range, station them sort of like pseudo turrets around your bases to protect from Corsairs. So we could see some aggression.
Yeah, I'm excited. And making a bunch of Hydras too as he's getting those upgrades. Oh, and I see Carapace started as well. So it looks like he got both. I didn't notice he got the Carapace too.
Yeah, another Evo is up actually.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think he's gearing up for a little time. Oh, and we got faster Overlord movement too.
Ooh, drops can be pretty good on this map. There's a lot of little droppable space around the Protoss main, and he does have one Overlord that's sort of in a suspicious position that could be thinking about the idea of dropping him, but Intact's moving out across the map, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to do much here. We get a bunch of Hydras made. He'll at least scout out the Hydras, but that's about all he can do.
Yeah, good scouting work here. Takes that out. Oh, geez. Oh, God. They're moving to the third. But you know what?
He's totally fine.
I think he's got a good setup here. Great wall arc of Hydras here.
Oh, look at that little stop move. Oh, man, so good.
He got Hydra speed. Hydra speed's letting him do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very true. And no
he
zealot
continues
speed.
to sort of move and shoot and move and shoot, which is really actually pretty sweet. So like I said, the difference is tactical, how you want to play your Hydras and what upgrades you kind of prioritize. And Dimian confirms there is an exact formula to dictate the drone transfer.
Well, of course there is. That wasn't so much a question as like, I wonder where it is.
Some nerds. Yo, just link me to the thread with the nerds, man. Shout out to Team Liquid nerds. You want range attack first because you're dealing way more damage as Zerg with Hydras than you're taking. So it's a DPS window thing, like because because you have clusters of damage output, you get the range attack, and that's gonna shred more than you would otherwise staying alive with the 1CareThat upgrade. But here we go. This is actually
such a great such a great storm. That was amazing.
Such a good storm. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 Hydra bodies on the ground there. Just the corpses of shells, just carcasses of Hydras on the ground. It's disgusting.
He's got more storms in the bank. He's got 3 turrets up. I think he's safe from this attack right now.
Yep. And actually countering with a +1 armor too. I mean, he's got armor and weapons. He got 2 forges going. So once that armor is done, it's going to be kind of back to the same power spike that he had a little bit with that +1 attack. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be 2-1.
Yeah.
Which is going to maybe lend itself to the time where he kind of puts his foot down and kills off the 3rd or kills off the 4th. But kind of looking like he's feeling like he wants to expand behind it first before doing anything crazy across the map.
Yeah, it was starting to feel like he needed a 3rd, and I almost wish he took a 3rd with a gas too. It seems like Intact is hurting for gas, but a 3rd is a 3rd. It'll still help. You can just mass up zealots, and that can still be a pain in the ass to deal with as Zerg.
Yeah, 3rd is the 3rd. In fact, I actually kind of like the double expanding because he has an excess. Yep. He's doing a double expand. So he has an excess of probes at his main and his nat that he could just totally saturate another base and get another one online pretty soon after that.
Yep.
So doing the double expand. Rock says the mains in this map are super small. Actually, I do have that experience too. You have to kind of do your SimCity well, but they might be small in terms of surface area to build on, but they're large in terms of the droppable cliff region that flanks it around. So like the area inside is small, but it's vulnerable on many angles of degree. So
you're kind of dropped right in the middle of this just scary outside world.
Just this whole watery area where Zerg has that OV there, like you could just approach. It's because you can approach sort of uninhibited, right? You just kind of send it across here that makes it so scary. So I kind of, I wish Monkey was like taking advantage of that. He's got OV speed, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he got drops. I didn't see him research it.
If he'd had drops just at the right time, one Overlord of Cracklings in it ruins the day. Like just
Crackling,
totally.
some lurkers back there might
A lurker too, for sure.
I don't know.
For sure. Death ball
it is.
Again for toss.
Huge death ball, 1-1 right now. Oh, and these lings are just gonna run in. Oh, nope, they're gonna run right by it.
Hope they're running past.
Oh man.
Pass the death ball.
Could be a bummer.
Wake up, death ball.
Wake up, death ball.
Yeah, rise and shine, death ball. You've got cracklings killing your cannons.
There we go. He got it. I wonder if he saw the transfer going on though.
Maybe with that death vision, you know, you get that lingering vision.
Hit that space bar at just the right time.
Right, dude. I said rise and shine. I realized that's another idiom. Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, that one makes sense because you're like a shining human, you know, when you rise up from the...
Right.
Like, you're not literally shining.
I'm just teasing.
But, you know, literally, like, this is the same opponent. It's not another opponent.
Okay, so you're okay with the idioms as long as they're true metaphors.
Yeah, as long as the metaphor is right.
As long as they're true metaphor. Gotcha. Okay, I'll try to...
You gotta debug your metaphors first, though, before you ship them to production.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I feel like this is like what the architect told Neo or whatever. You have to debug your metaphors to reflect real life. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Is that a 90s movie too?
Actually, that was in Revolutions. So it came out in the mid 2000s. But The Matrix I love The Matrix, the first one, to this day. I watched it on a flight, and they had it on the Delta Entertainment. It was so good. Okay.
Oh my god, these storms are amazing though. Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Okay, the storms are going down, and now MelonMonkey is saying, "Not like this, not like this." Oh my god,
he's a massive squad. Oh, great storms on the back end of this too. Oh my god.
Disgusting storm. Another disgusting storm. Like, so many units are injured here on this flank, and now Intact has the high ground. He has the high ground now. So Zerg's has to work his way up the ramp, and that was just, again, another spike of units that wasn't in the right place at the right time. And this is going to be bad for Zerg. This is where he said, like I said, put his foot down on a 4th base, maybe. His only option is to counter. So he's going to counter.
Yep, that's his really only option, like you said, and you can see that's what he's going for. But now the question is, where do you counter? Do you try to hit the 4th, the 3rd, the natural, the main, just get a run-by going? It looks like he's going maybe for a run-by.
Going for a run-by. They're both set up with a good amount of cannons defending these bases. And with the gateway production sort of seeping out here, I don't think this is going to amount to much here. And this is feeling really bad that it's really about that 4th push with some amazing storms.
Yeah, that was all of it.
Like, for 30 seconds straight, like through half of our Matrix story, he was storming, and then he continued to storm, which was sick.
And on the back end, like storming the reinforcements as well as that push was super impressive.
Yeah, those ones right here for sure. Great move so far, and Intact now covering all his bases, making sure he gets his observers out, switching a little bit, doing a little bit cleanup here. Like, this sucks.
Oh, and this one zealot scouting out that base on the left.
Oh,
that's so bad. Oh, man.
Oh, man. So he's got tabs on everything. Do you think a storm drop? Storm drop. Top right. Oh,
and then
God,
just GG. Just fuck this. I'm out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I can empathize. I have definitely GG'd after a storm drop.
Wow.
Damn.
Intact with a 2-0.
Yeah. Well done.
Dang. He just straight handled him. Okay. All right, Intact. All right, we see you.
We see you. Oh, man. Yeah.
Poor melonmonkey. You know, trying to make it happen, but it's tough. GG's Intact. Well played.
Yeah, those storms were rough.